I'm Bebstar1, and this is everything you need to know to build Burnice in under 4 minutes. Burnice is the latest S-Rank Fire Anomaly character who is the bartender of the Sons of Caledon. She attacks with dual flamethrowers, dealing fire damage and applying massive amounts of fire anomaly buildup. Her kit revolves around her core passive. She has an extra resource bar called Heat, which accumulates as she consumes energy. When reaching 50 heat, she enters Nitro Fuel Cocktail state. In this state, hitting enemies with certain moves will scorch them. When other squad members hit a scorched enemy, it triggers Afterburn, which deals fire damage and applies fire anomaly buildup. Afterburn damage is considered assist attack damage. The player is an off-field sub-DPS who want to scorch as many enemies as possible while in the Nitro Fuel Cocktail state before switching her out to an on-field anomaly DPS like Jane. If you want to play her as your main DPS, you still want to stack as much scorch as possible on enemies, but you will also want to build her with more crit since she can deal much more critable damage while on the field. Playing her as an anomaly sub-DPS is generally more recommended for now, unless you have her at M4, since she is currently the only off-field anomaly applier, which is a very limited and valuable role. Burnice's Mindscapes offer some pretty nice quality of life improvements as well as overall damage boosts. Her M1 provides a ton of value. It increases her heat capacity from 100 to 140, gives her 40 extra heat at the start of combat, boosts afterburn damage based on her attack, and increases Afterburn's anomaly buildup rate. This is a diabolical M1 and a fantastic early stopping point. Her M2 is another decent upgrade, providing a stacking penetration buff to allies. Her M4 unlocks her full potential as a main DPS, as it extends the duration of her special attack while boosting her crit rate by a whopping 30%. Her M6 looks super complicated, but it basically just makes her dual-wield flamethrower ability deal unlimited damage. Despite her impressive M1, don't feel forced to pull for any Mindscapes, as she is perfectly viable at M0. For Wenjins, her signature Wenjin is her best in slot, increasing attack by 30% and energy regen when off-field. When hitting an enemy with her EX special or assist attack, her damage increases by 3.5%, stacking up to 10 times. The stack effect is doubled when she's off-field. When the number of stacks reaches 5 or more, her anomaly proficiency increases by 50. This is a phenomenal Wenjin and should be prioritized over her M1 due to the lack of similar anomaly Wenjin options. If you aren't pulling for her signature Wenjin, she does have several viable alternatives, including Electro Lip Gloss from the Battle Pass, Weeping Gemini, and Rainforest Gourmet. However, they just don't provide as much value as her signature, which is expected. You will want to run Burnice with the new 4-piece Chaos Jazz drive disc set to boost her anomaly proficiency and off-field afterburn damage. 4-piece Freedom Blues and Inferno Metal can also work if you're building her as an on-field DPS, but Chaos Jazz is her best in slot set by a wide margin. You should run either attack, anomaly proficiency, fire damage, or pen ratio for a 2-piece set bonus. Her main stats should be anomaly proficiency, fire damage, and anomaly mastery, but you can swap slot 5 for attack or pen ratio as well. For substats, prioritize more anomaly proficiency, attack, pen, and some crit. Her best teams will either be as a sub-DPS with Jane and Caesar, or a main DPS with Caesar and Lucy. You could choose to run either Caesar or Seth in the first team based on whether you want to trigger Jane or Burnice's faction ability. Same goes for the second team, except you will be triggering Burnice's ability regardless since Lucy is also from the Sons of Caledon. And that's everything you need to know to build Burnice in under 4 minutes. If you found this guide helpful, a like and subscribe will be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching and keep spreading positivity.